everybody. Welcome back to the Sogcast. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Gert.
We're very fortunate that we actually have a somewhat happy episode to do because based off of Tuesday's game, I was prepared to be miserable with that 12-inning, 2-1 loss to Houston. One of the worst baseball games I've ever witnessed. I watched the whole thing. I wasn't there, but I did watch it on TV. And honestly, I was prepared to throw in the towel for the season right there. That game was absolutely atrocious. 2-1, 12-inning loss. Just problem after problem. And our pitching was great. Our defense was phenomenal. Let there be light. Look at that. Our defense was phenomenal. Bliss made some amazing plays in extras to save the game. Dylan Moore at third base made some amazing plays, and the Mariners had 3 innings with a free runner on second base, and we couldn't score. It was bad.
That is miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't get hits. We can't get runs in.
And, it's just my biggest issue is there's a problem with the hitting philosophy of this team where I cannot count how many times I've seen a batter come up and take a first pitch right down the middle, and then they're immediately down 0-1 in the count. You're instantly in a hole on a very hittable pitch. And then, of course, they try to compensate and they swing at the second pitch, which is usually buried or moving outside. And just like that, it's 0-2. And that, I don't know who to blame for that. I don't know if it's Edgar, if it's Dan. Like, what is going on in the clubhouse that clearly they want to work pitchers' counts and have them throw more pitches, and they don't want them swinging out of their shoes on the first pitch. But the balance of now you're down 0-1 on a pitch that was right down the middle. It's a problem with our hitting philosophy, and I don't know how to rectify it, but it is an issue that needs fixing.
I don't have all those numbers on hand. I don't think, maybe you do. But if these just swing first pitch, are our odds of getting on base better?
It's just, pitchers want to start ahead in the count. First pitch strikes are very important to pitchers, and it's so weird watching. It's not even the pitch was nasty, I decided not to swing. It's like they're taking first pitch, they're there to watch the first pitch, and it's center cut time and time again, because it's they have the scouting report that, Mariners, besides Julio, don't usually swing at the first pitch. And that's just a huge problem. And, having a runner on second base 3 innings in a row and you can't get him over and get him in, I don't know. Just that loss was so demoralizing. And it carried over into the Wednesday game where the Mariners did nothing for 8 innings. Again, no offense. We were so lucky. We had the Randy grand slam in the 8th, and then clutch hitting, smart hitting in the 9th inning to give us the win and the first series win of the year for the Mariners.
Much needed against a division rival too. Is so big. We're gonna need more of that against the Rangers.
Yeah, luckily
they got DeGrom pitching today, so we'll see what our very injured squad can do against that guy.
Yes, we are also down tough with injuries right now. Going back to the 12-inning game, this was another weird thing that happened. Polanco didn't play at all. Did not pinch hit in the 10th, 11th, or 12th. We know he's still kind of dealing with a knee injury or whatever. And for him not to pinch hit in that game with the game on the line, I'm thinking, he must be really hurt, right? He's not on the IL, but if they're not even putting him in to pinch hit with this game on the line, he must be seriously hurt. And then he started the next game. So,
yeah, he has that surgically repaired knee that I guess he's still kind of rehabbing, which is crazy.
No.
He's playing third base on a almost daily basis. We can't have that.
No.
Now he can't even bat right-handed.
And he is hitting the ball. We do need him in the lineup. Polanco is
He's been our DH for a couple of games now.
And I'm thinking that's where we have to put him.
Yeah.
I mean, either at second, most likely, because he can't play third. We need his bat in the lineup, don't get me wrong, but he just cannot play third base. And we've seen it with Dylan Moore and Miles Mastrobuoni playing third. They have arm strength. They can get the ball to first base. Polanco couldn't get it past the pitcher's mound without rolling it to first.
It's so hard to watch.
It is. Yeah, it's dude, like
we have third basemen.
Yeah.
We have guys that can do that job. We can call up guys to do that job.
Yeah.
If we want Polanco playing, I want him healthy first.
Yes.
He should be at second base. If you need to put him in the field, or you could just DH him.
I'm honestly thinking that's the best move is just have him DH. And it's so funny that he was literally one of our worst hitters last year, but he was dealing with injury.
Yeah.
And one of our biggest hopes this season was that Polanco could bounce back to the player he was before last season on the Mariners. And it seems to be, I mean, he's clutch. He had some major base hits for us, a couple home runs already. You know, he's a reliable guy at the plate. We need that bat in the lineup, especially when no one else is really hitting. But we can't have him in the field.
Yeah, man. And yeah, Bliss being out for
the season.
Probably the season.
Which, that one is a huge blow. Ryan Bliss, short spark plug of a guy.
Speedy guy.
Speedy with pop. Sneaky power. He hit a clutch bomb the other day.
Yep.
Also had a double off the fence. Really liked this guy. I was really rooting him. Kind of an underdog that was proving himself. And he swung and missed at a fastball down the heart of the plate. And he swung and missed so bad that he tore his bicep and now needs surgery and will be out for the season. That is a huge bummer. I was rooting for Bliss. Really liked
the rest of that game, though.
He did, and he made that phenomenal stab of the ball that bounced off a second in extras, saved the game, and he did that with a torn bicep, which shows the character of Bliss, and that's the kind of guy you want on this team.
100%.
And
now he's
out for the season. Robles got injured since our last episode. He is potentially out for the season.
At least 3 months.
At least 3 months. That's best case scenario. And if he's not healing, then he will require surgery and he will for sure miss the rest of the season. Those are huge blows to this already struggling team. Robles and Bliss, two sides of the same coin. Spark plugs, energetic, fast, good, fun, and huge blow to the Mariners. So now
looks like Rayleigh's going to be our right fielder for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
which is good. He's good in right field.
I think he's great. Nice arm, good strong arm.
Yeah.
Made some clutch throws the last few days to stop runners from scoring. He had one on the Wednesday game where he fired it to third base and just barely missed the out. It was bang, bang play, but it was nice seeing that arm strength from right field, especially because I feel arm strength in our outfield is one of the lacking things. We don't...
Probably, yeah.
I mean, they're decent arms. They're not noodle arms. It's not Jesse Winker out there, but it's not plus arms. And Rayleigh, I would put in, almost the plus category of arm strength. Love having Rayleigh in right field. It looks like maybe Miles Mastrobuoni is going to get some more playing time at second and third base.
Mastrobuoni's 4 for 12. That's good.
That's awesome. And
that's a 333 average.
And he was tearing it up in spring training. That's the reason why he's even on the team, because he batted like 400 in spring training. Obviously, spring training stats don't carry over to the regular season.
Last year in spring training, Polanco hit a grand slam and then was a shitter the rest of the season.
Did nothing. So we're seeing Miles at second, I guess. Dylan Moore is getting a lot of starts at third base. Really like his defense, like his arm strength.
He's made some clutch-ass plays at third base.
He's made some huge ones.
He's looking athletic at third base.
He's looking really good. It's not quite as buttery smooth as Gino and Kyle Seager, but he's still getting the plays. And, there's no style points. So if you make the play, even that, like, clutch double play where he bobbled the ball at third and kind of bounced it to himself, but then caught it, stepped on third, and sidearmed it to first. Like, so it's not pretty, but he stuck with it and got the job done. Really liking Demo's defense at third base. I like having him there.
Kind of hit him with the mortar shot one time. The real lob job to first base. It worked. Yeah, Demo's cool at third, and I'm happy to see him play there. We got Rivas playing a little bit of second. Mastrobuoni and Rivas and more. We have 3 utility guys.
Kinda, yeah.
So let's put one of them in a position to play every day. Probably Dylan Moore.
Yeah, definitely.
We got to do something about first base. We've got Donnie Barrels and we've got Rowdy Tellez. And both of those options are fucking bad.
Let's
not make any don't
sugarcoat it or anything.
Exactly.
Like
there's no
it's
secrets here.
Yeah.
It sucks over there. It's real bad.
It's bad. I was liking Rayleigh playing first base. I liked the time he was getting, but now without us having a right fielder, we need Rayleigh in right. And so now that leaves a big hole at first base for us. And
Tellez is 1 for 20.
Yeah, Tellez is garbage. I mean, and I noticed some weird body language with him and Logan Gilbert. There was an odd play that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Rowdy Tellez had booted a ball at first earlier in the game. It was a soft grounder, and that ball ate him up like he eats up the full buffet at the Golden Corral. I mean, it was terrible.
He's a big guy.
And then he honestly looks like he would be a monster in beer league softball. But at the major league level, he doesn't seem like the dude. But so he had that error earlier in the game. And then the next inning, there was a soft ground ball hit to Rowdy at first. Rowdy was running to the bag to get the force out, and Logan was running to first to cover it. And Rowdy gave him the stop, like, I'll take it. Logan got to first and made Rowdy throw him the ball from literally like this far away. Rowdy tossed it to him, and then Logan said some words to Rowdy, and Rowdy looked kind of confused and talked back. And then when Logan turned, he kind of gave like a what the fuck shrug. It was very weird. Clearly something was going on. They weren't meshing well. And it must have been because of the error earlier. But on that play, I don't know. I kind of felt like Logan was in the wrong there. It was very weird. It was a weird play. But if Rowdy Tellez is gone, or we'd get rid of him or whatever, I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
You'll lose a first baseman over it.
So yeah, we need a first baseman first.
Donnie Barrels is 2 for 18. He can't hit the ball.
Yeah. The big question is Tyler Locklear.
Yeah, that's a guy we could bring up.
He has had major league experience. He got called up last year.
Yeah.
With when Ty France was on his way out, and he seemed fine. He's tearing up AAA right now. Tyler Locklear is batting very, very well for Tacoma. So I don't know. Maybe call him up and DFA Rowdy, and maybe keep Solano as the veteran presence. Maybe. I mean,
why?
Yeah, I don't, because we need.
I don't care.
Yeah.
He's not getting it done, and I don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah.
We got to do something. A lot of people are saying call up the young guys, and I totally see where you're coming from with that. It's not the worst idea ever. The season's looking pretty bleak right now with all our injuries and all the spots we need to fill. Sure, call up some young guys. I don't know. I'm a little bit reserved on that, though. You don't want to call guys up who are too young. Like, are you going to call Harry Ford up right now, for example? All right.
The light says no. We're not calling Harry Ford
There's
up.
your answer.
Yeah.
Or like Cole Young, These are guys that you want on your team for a long time. You don't want to rush them into the majors. But you have guys like Ben Williamson. You've got guys like Tyler Locklear. And you got guys like Samad Taylor that you could pull up and, send back and forth a little bit. and it's not going to be the worst thing ever. Are these going to be staples on our team moving forward in the next couple of years? Probably not.
Locklear, I mean, I would like to see Locklear get more playing time, especially and I do agree 100%. I mean, with calling young guys up too early, the Mariners have had a full track record of destroying young players' careers by calling them up before they were ready, and we just ruined them. We did it to Mike Zunino. We did it to Dustin Ackley. Take your pick from those younger rosters when we were just garbage and calling up prospects before they were ready. But I think the team is a little bit more stable now than it was then. I would like to see Locklear up and get a chance. And
dude, bring him up. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
You got to do something. You got to have a first baseman. Hey, can Polanco play first base?
I mean, good. I mean, 41-year-old Justin Turner is still playing first base for the Cubs, so banged up Polanco should be able to do it.
You know what they say? If you can hit the ball, they'll find a spot for you. He's an infielder. Doesn't really have to do a lot at first base.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And then you got guys to play second and third.
And he wouldn't have to throw very much, which is good because the less Polanco has to throw, the better I feel.
He's there to hit the ball.
Yes.
And that's what we want out of Polanco.
It's so funny, though. I can't get over just the 180 between last year when we're like, Polanco can't hit. Like, what is he even doing here? To now we're like, we have to find a way to get Polanco in the lineup. But it's true. We do.
Yeah, very much.
Let's see. Some other couple good things. Randy Arozarena on the Wednesday game with the grand slam in the 8th inning. Bases loaded, walk-off walk in the 9th to win it. And thank God he did that, because after Tuesday's game, that 2-1 shitter, I was really down on Randy. I was beyond pissed. And the reason for that is he came up 10th, 11th, whatever. Julio is on third, and there's one out. All you have to do in that situation is put the ball in play. Put it in the air, chop it on the ground, literally do anything you can at the plate, and the Mariners get the win. But Randy, he wants the highlight reel. He wants to be on the ESPN top 10.
It's flashy, showy guy.
Showy, but that's great if you're also helping the team win. But when you're making selfish decisions, it just completely loses me. And in that game, Julio on third, dude, just do anything. And he is swinging out of his shoes, literally like swinging to his knees. He's swinging so hard because he wants to hit the ball, out of the damn ballpark. And it's like, dude, you can still be a hero if you hit a Baltimore chop and just chop it into the ground and let Julio score. You'd be a hero if you hit a smooth fly ball to left field and Julio scores. But instead, he was trying so hard to make the highlight tape, and he struck out. And it's just, I was so down on Randy. So I do like his comeback the next day. And honestly, that win saved. I'm in a much better mood now because of that series win. If we had dropped that game to Houston, this would be a very different Sogcast episode right now.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Before our series against Houston, I was like, I want to see the sweep. Houston has not been that good, and we could totally pull it off. And we should have pulled it off.
We should have.
It was very doable.
Yeah, honestly, game 2 was a million times more winnable than game 3.
I know. And we took game 3 on a walk-off walk. That's so crazy. It's so Mariners to be down 5 runs, hit a grand slam, and win the game on a walk-off walk.
Yeah. And that game, like, honestly, I checked out. I was frustrated from the night before, and we had Luis Castillo pitch Tuesday and Luis F. Castillo pitch Wednesday, and we needed innings out of them. Our bullpen is so taxed right now because every single game.
We've been playing catch up after that one game where it was an entire bullpen day.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Honestly, since the Emerson Hancock start, where he got pulled in the first.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole day we just ran through the bullpen.
And this is a crazy stat. Besides the one game that the Mariners lost to the A's 7-0, every single game the Mariners have played this season has been decided by 3 or less runs.
Yeah.
So there's no relaxing games. Everything is high leverage. I would absolutely kill for a 6-2 Mariners win where, we have 4 runs by the 4th inning. It's like 4-0. And by the 8th, it's 6-2. And just a relaxing, easy win. But we can't have that.
Cannot have that. We can't even have a relaxing, easy loss.
No. And that's what I like, because I checked out when F. Castillo was at 100, 100 pitches and 5 walks in 4 innings. And we went to our bullpen again, which we needed him. We needed Luis F. Castillo to go deep into that game. And he couldn't. He pitched for as long as he could. He had no control. And, 5 walks in 4 innings. That's just brutal. That's minor league pitching.
He's not good.
No. And so at least at that point, it was 4-0, 5-0. And I was like, okay, it's a relaxing loss. I can just accept it.
Nope.
And then I was keeping up on my phone, and then we had our group text going, and all of a sudden, it's the 8th inning, and Randy Arozarena hits a grand slam to make it 5-4. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Now I have to turn this game on. Now I have to watch it.
Oh, man, I bet you were so frustrated when they went up 6-4 after that. And you're like, why did I even turn it on? Of course this was going to happen.
Yep. The wild pitch in the top of the 9th.
The pass ball.
Yeah, pass ball. Made it 6-4. And I was just like, oh, man. And then, but the bottom of the 9th happened. And could you imagine if our offense looked like that all the time? The bottom of the 9th was crazy. Donovan Solano leads off 0-2 early, base knock to right field. Perfect. For his second hit of the season. What a time to get it.
Yeah, for real.
And then Miles Mastrobuoni comes up. Boom. Base knock to the outfield.
Mastrobuoni's good.
Yes. And it was nothing crazy, just nice line drives, level swings. And then there was the weird chopper play to third where Solano almost got tagged out, got in underneath the tag. He was called out. They reviewed it. He was safe. So now we had bases loaded. And Julio, who notoriously does not come through in these spots, had a nice level-headed at bat. And what do you know? He put the barrel to the ball, hard line drive to the right field corner, 2 RBI double. And just like that, the game is tied. And like, if our offense could just look like that occasionally,
yeah,
it would be so much better. But that was such a rarity. But what a time for them to come through.
That type of hitting is what we need out of Julio.
Yes. We don't need him to hit 40 bombs a year. Stop trying to hit 40 bombs a year. You're not going to lead the league in home runs, Julio. Base knocks, dude. Use your speed.
Put wood to the ball. You'll get a bunch of doubles, man.
Yeah.
And that'll give us runs. Man, there's been so many times we've had a runner on second and then just nothing.
Nothing.
There was one game we had 2 hits. They were both doubles.
Yeah.
Can we put those closer together? Maybe score one of those runs? At least one of those runs, please? But even after the game, Julio was like, I took a smart at bat. I just wanted to slap something. And it's like, oh, he knows. Someone's taught him correctly. But yet he still wants to swing for the fences. Just, dude, come on, man. Get us some wins, Julio. You can do it. You're our guy.
Ooh. Speaking of Julio. Oh, did you have some?
Nope, go ahead.
I was going to say, one thing I have noticed, we were harping on this heavy last episode, was Julio's lack of hustle. I don't know if he was maybe dealing with a slight injury or if Dan talked to him, but that after last week, that is a thing of the past. I have watched him run everything out. Easy ground balls that he knows he's going to get thrown out first. He's still hustling the whole way down the line. Whatever problem was there is not there anymore, which is great to see because I cannot stand watching star players jog down the line. It was inexcusable. I hate it. And he was doing it, and now he's not. So problem solved. I mean, that's good to see. Luke Raley, I love Raley's hustle.
Yeah, dude.
Raley's always hustling. The only person I will be okay with not fully running everything out, and he still does, is Cal Raleigh. Because, like, oh, you're a catcher, like, you're not expected to run out every single ground ball to the infield, but he does.
He does, and he steals bags.
Yes. Mitch Garver had a straight steal.
That was so funny when you messaged me and you're like, Garver's got wheels. And I was like, that is his, career second or third stolen base?
I think it was fourth, but it was the first one since like 2022. But it was a straight steal, too. He was the only one on base. It wasn't a double steal or a ball in the dirt. He timed the pitcher.
You think he was looking at Negron, and Negron's like, I guess you can try. I wonder what the call there was.
Well, I think they noticed something with either the pitcher or the catcher just not like being quick enough, because we actually had like 3 or 4 stolen bases that game. Julio had one. I think Raley had one. Garver had one, and maybe Bliss or JP. But they were
Mastrobuoni steals bags too. He's quick.
Yes. But they were seeing something, and they were like, we can run on this guy. And I guess the pitcher just wasn't holding Garver very close, saw the lead, and took it and had a straight steal. And this is the exciting thing about like speed kills is Garver steals second, then Raley hits a little base knock into right field, and Garver scores from second. And he was hustling on that too. And he was like, I gotta do something. I'm not getting it done anywhere else. I better run. Yeah. And he did. And, just that kind of aggressive base running is what's going to win us games. But we got to get people on base first. The runners in scoring position for the Mariners is atrocious.
Oh my God, it's really bad.
It's the worst in baseball.
Yeah, I was going to say near the bottom of both leagues, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oof.
It is something like barely 100. I think I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but I think last time I checked after Tuesday's game, the Mariners for the season were like 9 for 68 with runners in scoring position.
That number sounds very familiar. It's something like that.
It was right around there. And it's just bad. It's like, what happens? Like we occasionally get runners on base, and then we just can't do anything with it, which is, again, why the 9th inning on that Wednesday game was such a breath of fresh air. Timely hitting, smart hitting. Like, you guys can do it, so do it.
68 chances to score runs with the guy on second or third.
Yep.
And you did it 9 of those times.
And who knows how many of those 9 were a runner on second and we hit like an infield single or something, so he just gets the third, doesn't even get the run in or score. And I don't have the numbers on this, but I honestly, off the top of my head, I cannot remember the last time the Mariners have hit a sacrifice fly.
Yeah.
It seems like we get a runner on third with 1 out, and it's a strikeout and then a ground out or, anything. But the amount of times we've had a runner on third with 1 out and the next hitter strikes out is ridiculous. It's bad.
It's really bad. I'm trying to remember. I think it was earlier this week. Randy's at bat, and I was really frustrated with it too, because all we needed was a sac fly out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And he hit like a real shallow, like kind of infield fly, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just past the infield, but nothing that could advance any runners. And I was like, bro, you can't even sac fly, bro. Come on, please. I was pissed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Series win. We'll take it.
Series win. Big series coming up with Texas. I mean, seriously.
And then a long road trip after that.
A long road trip. I mean, it's crazy the homestand the Mariners have had to start the year. They took a 3-game road trip, which I don't think I've ever seen that before.
It was just down to San Fran, too.
Yeah.
It's like the closest place you could travel.
And they went there, got swept in San Fran.
That's not cool.
It wasn't cool. And those games were, 2 of the 3 were winnable and just couldn't get it done.
So bad.
But long season, momentum shifts, it ebbs, it flows. I'm honestly, despite the Mariners' struggles, because don't get me wrong, there's been plenty of struggles. But coming off of a series win against your division rival and then going up against another divisional opponent, we win this series too. I'm feeling pretty high on the Mariners.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you there.
Yeah. And, the AL West is kind of weird. The Angels are like killing it right now.
Right now.
It won't last. I have no faith that the Angels will keep that going on. But Houston is struggling early, and Texas is
pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, long road trip. Also, it's weird. I guess it's not weird because Toronto's like East Coast, our side. So going to Cincinnati and then Toronto, that'll be a fun series against the Blue Jays.
For sure, yeah. Vladdy's a Blue Jay for the next 16 years or some shit like that. Was it 15?
Yeah, something. $500 million contract. That was kind of a bummer. Yeah. I would love for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to play first base for us. But now it won't happen for anyone but the Blue Jays for practically his entire career. Blue Jays were smart in locking that down.
Unless the Dodgers want to pick up his contract.
Yeah, and just defer it.
Or the Mets. Yeah, man. Oh, well.
We got a nice home series against
We even got
Texas.
a day off yesterday at home.
Home day off, which is huge. That cannot be overstated, like how important it is for these guys to have an at-home rest day. Because a lot of days, the rest days are usually travel days. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you have a day off, but you were on a plane the whole time and stuff. You don't really get to relax. So the fact that these guys get to be at home with their families, just get to have a full day off. I expect them to be relaxed and rejuvenated and come out swinging tonight on Friday. But our work is also cut out for us because Jacob deGrom is on the mound.
Yeah, but we've hit good pitching pretty well so far and kind of historically.
Yeah. It's the no-name guys.
No names are Cy Young winners out there against the Mariners. Yes. It's insane that you get 1 hit, 2 hit, no hit. Dude, that's so bad. And I wonder if it's kind of like, you ever play ranked video games?
I sure do.
Like, you're trying to climb ranks. You get to a decent level and you're kind of grinding. You fall back a little bit. And then playing against people who aren't that good is actually sort of hard because they're kind of unpredictable. Yeah. And you're like, if you played the game right, I would be winning. Have you ever felt that? Maybe it's kind of like that.
No, I 100% know what you're talking about.
Where it's like established pitchers who are good, have good stuff. Or you're like, I know what to see. But people you don't think are very good, you're like, this is wild. It's kind of all over the place and hard to read. I wonder.
Yeah, this is kind of a side topic, but I've always wondered, like chess grandmasters and stuff, like everything is textbook. Like, there's like a formula to when you play what and counter and all this stuff. I wonder if like a complete, just like someone who knows the rules of chess, but doesn't have any of that skill. I wonder if they would ever, obviously the grandmaster would still win, but if they would like throw the grandmaster for a loop because you just make like a ridiculous move and they're like, what the hell is this guy doing?
I don't have the play written up.
Yeah, I was like, no one
doesn't happen. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So I wonder if it's just kind of like that's like with the Mariners. Although to be fair, Hunter Brown is a great pitcher and he pieced up the Mariners and his bullpen let him down. His bullpen Mariners'd him pretty good. But yeah, it seems like every time it's like, oh, this is this guy's second career start. He's got a career ERA of 9.75, and he's dropped it to 3.6 because he went 7 shutout against the Mariners, and they have 1 hit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, like, the biggest thing is, like, I can handle errors. I can handle bullpen being shaky. But just like not scoring runs is so frustrating and it's so taxing on all of our pitchers. we don't even have like a true innings eater bullpen guy right now because every situation the bullpen comes in is high leverage. It's always within 3 runs, and they're either trying to get a hold or stop the bleeding. And it just, I don't know. I feel bad for our bullpen. I'd like to see Gabe, the Babe, more. We're seeing a lot of Bizzardo, and he's been pitching. Bizzardo's been pitching decent. I was pretty low on Bizzardo. It seems like he's in damn near every game. He's been getting a lot of work in, and he's been doing.
See a lot of Thornton. We've been seeing some Snyder.
I honestly thought Snyder was going to get DFA'd after his collision with Cal on that pop-up, but we don't have the luxury of DFAing anyone right now because we're so... and our bullpen is getting taxed. Today's
the 11th, right?
Yes.
I got the starters here. And we're going to start Tellez at first base. We're at home. We could call up Locklear. But we're going to put a guy who's 1 for 20. He's got a .05 batting average. He's going to be our starting first baseman. That sucks. Mastrobuoni's starting at third base, though.
Got the start at
That'll be interesting. And we got Rivas at second because Polanco will be DHing today.
Polanco is DHing? Okay.
Other than that, it's pretty standard. And we got Miller on the bump.
Yeah,
Miller needs to kind of ramp it up a little bit. I want big things from Miller, and so far it's been mid. Not terrible, not fantastic.
Yeah,
but he has it in him, and I know he does, and I want to see him come out guns a-blazing today.
I'd love to see it, especially because the Mariners are giving me a midlife crisis because they've been mid my whole life, and it's causing me a crisis.
There you go.
But yeah, although if you remember back to the episode we did when Matt was still here,
Rip. Just kidding. He's still around.
He's still around. He's just traveling. I said that I thought Miller was...
We got lighting issues.
I thought Miller was going to take a bit of a step back this year. I was expecting big things.
Step back.
I was expecting big things from Brian Wu, and I was expecting Miller to kind of... And Miller's been a little shaky. He hasn't been bad.
No.
But today, I mean, we should honestly probably expect, hopefully, well... Not a lot of offense today between DeGrom and Miller. Both pitchers should hopefully be dealing, but I'd probably put that into existence, and now Miller's going to get torched for like 7 through 3 just because I had good vibes. And the Mariners smash good vibes. Anytime you're high on them, they disappoint you, and every time you're about to give up, they're like, grand slam in the 8th inning. You know, what's up?
Good vibes rarely. It's never great vibes. Okay, sometimes it is great vibes.
Sometimes.
It's like so dialectical. It's good or it's bad.
Yeah.
They're not that mid. At the end of the season, you look back and you go, they were mid. But while you're watching the game, if they were mid, if they were league average, we would be a good team.
If we were mid, we'd be good.
Yeah. But we're not mid. We're shit. It's terrible to watch. Except when you accidentally hit a grand slam one time. I'm not taking that away from Andy. It wasn't an accident.
Yeah.
He's a very good hitter and a baseball player.
Yes.
But, man, it's small sparks of fun.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of fun watching Mariners baseball. Even like when we win, it's just a sigh of relief. Like, oh Jesus, thank the Lord.
Yeah,
we won that. The losses are frustrating because, like I said, you know, if the Mariners lose a game 6-2, you're like, well, you know, they just didn't have it, whatever. But it's never just 6-2. It's always 6-0, and then we score a few late, and we're like, oh, do we have a chance? Just for it to get stomped out. But
lose the game 10-5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or like the Giants game where we scored like 11 runs and lost 12-11 or whatever that was. Mm-hmm. It's just let me have fun, Mariners baseball. Just have a good game. Just win games. Make us all happy instead of frustrated and sad all the time.
I want to make it very clear. All winter long, I was very bummed out because there's no baseball. Now that baseball's back, I'm a lot happier.
Yes.
And I'm happy to talk about how bad our team is. It's our favorite team.
It is.
I also want to make it very clear that this is our favorite team. We've gotten some comments like, you're kind of negative, aren't you? You know, things like that. It's like, yes. We're about my favorite team.
We're realistic.
We're fans.
We're diehard.
Ugh. I got one too. It's on my leg though.
Yeah, that's harder to show up. But
yeah,
we're inked. We've got it on us for life. We can't escape it.
Yeah, we're going to be negative when the Mariners are bad.
And when it calls for it. And, you know, if they have a solid game and, you know, they're hitting with runners in scoring position and they're making all the right plays, and let's say, you know, a middle reliever comes out and gives up a 2-run home run and we lose, that would suck, but at least you have the positives to look at. But when the Mariners are giving you no positives, like, please tell me a positive from the 2-1 12-inning loss. Like, there's no positives. The only positive I had is our pitcher, Hahn, came in.
DFA'd.
Yeah, he pitched the 11th and 12th. And one of the last notes I had in my phone going into this episode was Hahn looked pretty good. He got the loss, but he pitched 2 innings with a free runner on. The Mariners should have scored runs. And I was like, Hahn looked pretty good. DFA'd after the game, which I thought was weird.
Maybe they have to.
Well, I know.
He's just going to go back to Tacoma.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got picked up on the waiver.
Has he been picked up yet?
I actually don't know.
That was a couple days ago.
It was a couple days ago, but I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly had the theory that after he got the loss in that extra inning game, he probably went to the dugout and was like, I don't even want to fucking be here. And they were like, okay, then don't. DFA, baby.
We had one pitcher like that, which is kind of weird. I can't remember who it is. Maybe he's on the Brewers now or something.
We had LeBlanc a million years ago that...
No, not LeBlanc. It was another guy. I think a little bit more recent than that. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
LeBlanc was the one Marco Gonzalez threw into a locker.
Yeah.
Go Marco.
Yeah, Jesse Hahn news. I think he's just back in Tacoma. I don't think anybody picked him up. DFA'd by the Mariners. He was recalled AAA on the 6th. Yep.
So he's back?
Oh, he was designated for assignment 2 days ago.
Yeah, so it would take some. I think the time frame is about a week from the DFA to then, if they're not picked up, then they'll just get outrighted back to Tacoma. I would like to see more of Hahn. I thought he was a good pitcher. I really liked his stuff on the mound, and I was very surprised to see that he got DFA'd after the game. But
yeah, I don't know if he has options or something though. Like maybe they just had to DFA him. Hope that he ends up in Tacoma so they can bring him back up later.
Yeah.
I don't really know the ins and outs of that, but I know he was in the majors for a while and then took like a 4-year break.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know what that was all about.
I liked his stuff on the mound. He has good movement. And Snyder, who I thought was going to get DFA'd, every once in a while he throws like, I don't know if it's like a cutter or a slider. He has some crazy movement, and so I walk back on my Snyder hate. I was just really beefing because of him running into Cal on a pop-up that was behind the plate. That is inexcusable. That should not happen.
That's a tough look.
That's tough. But
speaking of DFAs, Taylor Saucedo. Did we talk about that on the last episode?
No.
Yeah. Or no, not DFA. He got sent to Tacoma. He did not get DFA'd.
Yeah.
Let me run that back.
He just got optioned down.
Yeah. Which the writing was on the wall there. He has not been good this season.
No, he's been struggling.
Sucks. I'm rooting for the guy. I like Taylor Saucedo. I like him better when he pitches good.
Yep. You just, you got to perform. We've had enough of fan favorites that we love that don't really do too much. Hashtag Ham Swaggerty. Loved Sam Haggerty, but
you love a nickname more than a player.
I love me a good nickname. Ham Swaggerty. That's hilarious.
Gabe
the Babe. But Gabe the Babe is dope. I'd like
yeah.
I would like to see more Gabe, but it seems like they're really saving him for the highest of leverage situations to lead into Munoz.
Yeah.
One last thing about relievers. Gregory Santos has been used in some high leverage situations, and I don't think that's the right fit for him. He's also the only reliever in baseball this year that has pitched more than 5 innings and has yet to record a strikeout on the season.
His command is awful.
Yes. He gets a lot of ground ball contact.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's good. I'll take that. Honestly, I'd take ground ball contact over fly ball contact.
Sure.
Hit it on the ground, let your infield back you up.
I'd be a little bit more comfortable with that if we had an infield that was, a list of guys that play their positions.
Yeah.
But right now we got 3 utility players and a couple of vets that aren't that good. I don't know. Maybe the fly ball contact is a little safer.
I don't know, but every fly ball has a chance to leave the stadium. Ground balls usually don't leave the stadium that much.
Usually.
Yeah.
Never say never.
Well, we do criticize, but we also love this team, and we know how good they can be when they perform, when they play smart baseball. And that's what I think that's just the biggest thing. We need just smarter at bats right now. Not letting the first pitch strike go right down the heart of the plate, and then you're trying to compensate on the second pitch, and you're immediately down 0-2. Hit sacrifice flies. Don't try to be the superstar. Just get the win. Do what you have to do to win. I love how the team seems to be hustling more across the board. Love the energy. Oh, another nice thing is Robles, who doesn't have to be in the dugout, has been in the dugout with the team. That's really cool to see. Some guys are injured and they don't go to the ballpark every day. And I can't really fault guys for that. It is nice to see, but I guess, if you're hurt and you're not playing and you want to just hang out at home and play Xbox, I can't fault a guy. But Robles has been with the team, sits front step of the dugout, talking with guys all game. That's great for team chemistry. Love to see it.
Shows that he wants to be there with the guys.
Yes, that's always great to see. I would like some more less highlight stuff from Randy and just be more situational, which I think he can do. I think Randy's a great player.
You could say the same thing for Julio.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I thought this was kind of cool, fun, interesting. Mitch Garver was at bat, and Cal Raleigh was yelling at him from the dugout, giving him, tips, I think. Like, hey, little, I don't know. He said, leave it, or, a little outside. Some phrase that was just, a tip, which is hell yeah. That's good. Garver needs tips, especially from Cal.
Yeah.
He's his backup catcher. Probably listen to that guy when he tells you what to do. I don't know how the at-bat went, but I did. I remember seeing Cal yelling at Garver about something. And I was like, there you go, Cal. That's what a leader does.
That's right. Well, hopefully they lead us to more victories. We've got a great divisional series coming up starting tonight on Friday. And then it begins a very, very long road trip. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope for some more good news. Let's hope for some series wins, smart baseball. And we'll be back next week to talk to you guys all about it. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you all next week. And as always, go Mariners!
Let's hoist the trident against the Rangers, huh?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sogcast. Damn it.